this time on NTS Adventures.
Yeah, who's my good girl? Who's my good girl? Life is good. All right, girl, come on. No. They're running. Come on. Where are you? Good girl. Ho, 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 ho. We got snow, my friends. We got snow. Yeah, check the ice. See how we're doing. We're right over where that hole was, right. Where rocks are, right?
Further out.
Yeah.
That's
so,
what I was thinking. Who knows? You know what the fuck is out there?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the skidoo tracks.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm pretty comfortable just to run right out to the center there. Are you?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, we got probably 18 inches here just based on that pop.
Yeah. Easy.
So. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll head down there. And
so we're looking.
Yeah, I mean, I studied the chart there last night. That 60-foot drop with a little, about a 10-foot hump in the middle of it is basically straight off this launch.
Wow.
So dead center, right? So I say we'll go out, we'll punch a hole,
Check the
And
depth.
if we're in 50 or 60 feet,
Yeah.
let's punch some holes.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Okay.
Let's get this puppy back up here. Welcome to another edition of NTS Adventures, everybody. My brother Mark and I have decided to return to Valiant Lake. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, came in here twice last year, and we got one decent inland lake trout, what I refer to them as. They're stock lake trout, but when you catch them, it's pretty significant, I think. Hey, girl. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, we're back. Last year we couldn't get out to the center of the lake, but this year we can, because we've had a really good ice year. There's still a lot of snow on this lake, but that's okay. We're used to that. It's this area here up Bissett Creek Road gets a lot of snow. So we're looking for a 60-foot depth with a little bit of a 10-foot hump in the middle. I'm gonna start punching holes right now, and we'll see if we can catch it, and we'll set up a tent and we'll start jigging. Stay tuned for about 20-25 minutes, everybody. I think it's going to be a good day. Cheers. This is where we wanted to be last year. We're really happy with this. 54 feet in that hole there. 60 would have been ideal, but we'd be punching holes all day.
I'm just going to sit right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right back here.
This way here, we're far enough apart. If one of us gets something on and it starts doing this, the other person's got enough time to get his line in.
Yeah, we can move our dead sticks left and right too, so. Anyway, we'll get punching holes here and get set up. We'll see you in a bit.
We're down about the same depth.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's better. 54.
Okay.
54 feet. Come here, girl. Don't go too far. Hey, you want to go home, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting dialed in here. Tents are set up. Mark's set up over there. I don't know, it's probably 30 feet away. I'm set up here. I'm gonna start going through the gear here, setting up for lake trout. Use a little bit of heavier equipment, obviously. I don't expect to get 10 or 20 pounders in here, but certainly 5 or 6 is a possibility based on what we know about stock lake trout, so we'll give it a go. So I got a dead stick over there. I'm gonna go set up right now. Then I'm gonna get inside and start warming things up and drying off, because like I've explained before on the channel, everybody, snow, it just slows you down. Everything is slower. You move slower, you work slower. It's just hard. Things get covered. Fresh snow when we came in this morning. The buggies were working pretty hard, but obviously they got in. These things are like a little tank. But for now, we're okay. We're gonna get dried out, start jigging, and see how the day goes. We're gonna go all the way to the bottom, which is about 55, 60 feet, hey? Well, I'm just talking to the machine. Yeah. Gonna go all the way to the bottom here. It's a long run. It's about 55, 60 feet. Once we get to the bottom, we'll make sure it's settled. And then we're gonna take it up about 6 feet. So with this ratio, that should be about 5 or 6 turns on there. And then we'll just plunk it. And then we'll see what happens. I'll get a bell set up on that. Make sure that's packed in, because a 5 or 6 pound lake trout will pull that whole gear right in. So hopefully this is going to freeze a bit. It is a little chilly today. Still well below zero by about 6 degrees. So this should work. But you know what? Simple solution to this problem. If I lose the gear, I just take Annette out for dinner one night and she buys me a new rod. Anyway, we're going to make sure this drag is a little bit loose. So if he does pull, it doesn't pull my gear. Just enough. It's got to be just tight enough that it can still get a hook set. But you don't want it too tight that it's just going to pull everything away. Just going to let him be able to run with that a bit, right? Just a little bit. If your hooks are sharp enough, your drag really doesn't have to be that tight. It's just got to be a little bit to offer a little bit of resistance, and boom, that hook will punch right through their mouth. All right, dead stick is set up. Heading inside now, start some jigging and drink some water. It's a lot of work. Want to drink water here? You're welcome. Good girl. Good girl. All right, let's get you some food here, eh? Fish at 20 feet. I'm marking the fish at 20 feet. So marking a fish at 20 feet. So I had to reel up and get my jig in the zone. Might have been 2 fish actually, now that I'm seeing it here. I'll bring it up on this for you guys to see. Make sure my lenses are clean. So you can see on the left there, those 2 marks, the squiggly one, and then the one up on the top left is just going off the screen right now. Those were the fish. So you can see how I marked up, and I'm fishing a tube right now. It was sitting right where it was, so hopefully he didn't go too far. Oh, he's marking him again there. He's still there at 32 feet. So I'm gonna jig him away and see if I can get him. Sniffing around. Try and drop this and see if he'll chase it to the bottom. And then I'll know if he's active or not, right?
Who's my good girl? Who's my good girl? Yeah. What's that, Mark? You did? Well, there's not much we can do, really. It's just, to say there's not much we can do, you know. They'll just hopefully want to wander by our lure.
Well, that's it.
I mean, you can go punch holes somewhere else and you'd be in the same boat, right?
We're exactly the same boat. At least we know there's some in and around here.
Yeah, well, I've marked two. You've marked two, so let's go check our dead stick, Megs. Jigging about 5 hours in the tents. We've marked a couple fish, but haven't had a single hit, which is not uncommon for the species lake trout. Being a salmonoid, they're not really territorial in the way that some of the predator fish are, meaning they're going to do a lot of roaming, tons of roaming. We're in about 55 feet there. They'll follow the bait, the schools of bait wherever they're going. They'll just kind of follow in behind them, so they can cover a vast area in a day, especially now that this time of year when there's still a little bit of oxygen left in the lake. I would think that they're a little bit have a little bit of energy, but it's hard to tell. I don't know the characteristics of this lake in terms of pH level and oxygen and stuff, so I'm just kind of speculating right now. I would assume they're moving around. The one fish that I marked, there was a bait ball that came across my screen, and then I marked the fish chasing it. And of course, he was only at 20 feet and I was at 50. By the time I got up, he was gone, because they're going fast, right? They're chasing these bait balls all around here. Anyway, excuses. You know what they're like. We all have them, right? So I'm going to punch a hole here, and I'm going to see if I can start to get up on the upside of this shore here. And maybe if I can find a ledge, I'll jig it for a little while and see what happens. Never know. Check out the depth on that bad boy. That's it for today's episode, everybody. Nothing too exciting. Mark and I have been wanting to come back in here, try it out, since we've had some good ice this year, but no fish, but that's okay. Everything is corporate knowledge, and it's never wasted. An old saying in the military, time spent on a recce is time seldom wasted, and this is true. We'll be back. Anyway, great day out here on the lake. I love these little inland lakes. Beautiful. We had it to ourselves. Nice and peaceful.
a chance to clear your mind, if you will. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nothing too serious, like I said. We got a couple trips planned this winter, so I hope you guys continue to stay tuned. We got a couple trips up to North Bay planned, and a couple other trips into Eganville and Lake Claire and some walleye fishing. We'll see how she goes. Well, guys, you know what it is, eh? Life is hard. So try and have some fun. And remember what I say, support your troops. See you next time on NTS Adventures. Calling out.
Life is good.